Hi, this is the Add Tasks page. This is where you will plan the tasks that you will do throughout the season on your paddocks. As always, if you press the title of this video above me, that will take you to YouTube, where you'll be able to see timestamps for things that I talk about in this video. If you have a specific question and don't want to watch the whole video, go over to YouTube and you can navigate straight to that point in the video where I talk about that thing. And secondly, as always, there are subtitles for this video if you need them. If you scroll over this video and press the CC button at the bottom, that will turn them on and off. So for the way to show the Add Tasks page, I am going to add a series of tasks to my barley paddocks. I don't have any tasks planned for 2021 yet, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do the kind of big main ones, that is seeding, spreading fertilizer, spraying, and ultimately harvesting. You don't have to do them all at once, but to give you an idea of how the system works, I am going to do all 4. So the way to add a task is, you see this Add Tasks button is actually grayed out still. That's because I haven't selected any paddocks. So if I go down, you can see the crops that I'm growing on my farm here. Barley is right here for me. So when I want to select my barley paddocks, I want to do all of them. So just click on the checkbox next to barley. You can also select them one by one, but the easiest way is certainly to press this checkbox here. So now the Add Tasks button is green. So I'll press that and I come to this screen. So here's this list of tasks. You can search it also. So I said I'm going to start with seeding, move on to spreading fertilizer, then do some spraying, and finally harvest. As I say, you can do this one by one. You don't have to put all of your tasks in at once. You may well not know, but this, I'm just going to give it as a demo so you can see each different kind of task. I'm ready, so we'll press Add Details. Now, the first thing you can see, I have this long page with all my tasks on it. I'm going to minimize them by pressing these arrows here, just so I can work with them a little bit more easily. So I expand seeding and leave the others closed. So I have a selected variety here of barley that I want to grow. That's going to be something like 90 kilograms per hectare. If you're not sure, you can also use our sowing calculator here that will help you to decide how many kilograms per hectare of this you need to sow. So it's up to you. You may well also have these calculations elsewhere in your research, in your prior knowledge, etc. But this is available to you. You put the information that you want in here and then assign to variety, and then it'll just save that for the variety, and then the next time you select this variety, it'll know that, well, you just need that number. Products we'll skip for now because we know the product here. It's this variety here. The machine, let's say that we're going to need a tractor for this. So we'll do this with tractor 1. If I have a specific implement that I'm using, you'll put it in here. And then this extra information if you need that. So this obviously is still to do. I'll give it to myself. I'll leave the date for now. I'm not sure when I'm going to do this. The area type, I explained this in the paddock area types tab of the paddocks page. I'm just going to leave it for main area now. If you want more information about the paddock areas, that will be in that section there. And I don't have any notes, but I can put this here. And now I'm ready, so I can minimize this and we'll go on to spreading. So we're going to need a fertilizer for this. Here I'll go to Add Products. If I press this Add Products, it'll open up this screen here. You see the first thing is I have all of these things in my inventory. These are the fertilizers that are in my inventory. I don't have any organic fertilizers in my inventory, but if I did, press organic fertilizers, you see it disappears. So I can sort by type here. I can also search. So if I see, let's say CBHSSP, CBHSSP, and here we go. This has also come up from this, that is what's in inventory, and also from this A to Z. So let me go back and I'll explain this A to Z. Again, this is the inventory, and then if I press A to Z, show all, this is hidden because it's really long, it's a huge list. These are all of the products that are available in the Australian market. As you can see, if I keep scrolling down, it just keeps going. If you miss something, if you don't have something if there's not something that, if there's something that's not in our system, contact us here and we will put it in for you. So I'll choose, it doesn't really matter for the purposes of a demo. I need some amount for I put in a bit of a random amount. And this will give me automatically it tells me how many nutrients per hectare are going into my paddocks. If I want to add more fertilizers, I can do that. Just press add product and I get this exact same thing again. So if I press any of these, click any of these, now I have more products and I can add more application rates. If I don't want it, I can press this little trash bin there and you see that. I'm going to need to do this with a machine, so I'll press add machine. We'll do this one with tractor 2, I guess. And the same thing here. It's to do. I'll give this one to Elmar. And this is, so again, I'm not sure about the dates. I'm going to leave it for the main area. But you see, basically, this is how I select the products of the fertilizers that I'm going to use for this spreading task. For spraying, it functions basically the same way, except that for a spraying task, if I press add product, now it gives me my herbicides instead of my fertilizers. So I'll pick this one. We'll do 3 liters per hectare. Again, this is a demo. I'm choosing amounts that just for convenience. If I want to add more, press this add product and I can add more. For the machines, we'll do this one with tractor 1 again. Again, implements, if I have them, it's to do. This one I'll do myself. Same thing is true here. And then finally, harvesting. So harvesting, obviously, there's no products for harvesting. You're going to need a machine. So we'll do this with a harvester 2. And then we have these same issues again. So harvesting is quite far in the future, so I'm not going to put anything else. I'm just putting in the basic information. Now I'm ready to review. So we can see the nutrient effects of this. So if I expand any of these, I can see, so for example, this fertilization need isn't there yet because I haven't done enough stuff on my paddocks. These things will populate automatically as I do stuff. But here we have input from tasks. And you see this task is planned on adding certain amounts of inputs to my paddocks based on the fertilizers that I chose. And so as I do things, this is the way that information gets added into the system. The products, I can see immediately all of the products that I need for the tasks that I've selected and the amount of them that I'm going to need. Now that I'm ready, press confirm. And I have been brought to the execute tasks page. So here are all of the tasks that I've been put in. You see that there are 5 tasks because that's relevant to the paddocks that I'm doing. I selected 5 paddocks, so each of these has 5 individual tasks, 5 individual harvesting tasks, 1 for each paddock, and so on. There will be another video on the execute tasks page where I talk about how to work with that page. I hope that was helpful.